It is time for another theme park coasting top 10 video where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at IMG World of Adventures. Starting off at number 10, we have the Haunted House, and if you dare to enter this bone-chilling maze, be prepared for a fright. This attraction is basically a scare maze which you would normally find at Halloween. However, it is open all year round, and for that reason the scares and the theming of this ride is taken to the next level. It is not only the scenery that makes the Haunted Hotel what it is though, as you will also encounter some pretty petrifying actors along the way. The overall experience of this ride is so scary that if you are under the age of 15 you cannot ride, and let's just say I've been through here once and I'm too scared to go through again. Townsville's in danger, and it is up to you to join the Powerpuff Girls on their mission with Powerpuff Girls Mojo Jojo's Robot Rampage. Situated within the Cartoon Network land, many believe that this is a tame ride. Let me tell you though, it is definitely not. The way that this ride works is you jump into one of the Powerpuff Girls themed cars, and that is where the ride begins. This will then start to spin vertically while the central hub spins horizontally for the 2-minute duration of the ride, making some guests go off going, "Go Powerpuff Girls," while others running straight to the toilets. For our number 8 spot on our top 10 list, we have For Fun to Spin, where you can overload your senses on this very dizzy experiment. This attraction is a Huss top spin, and currently they are very common around the world, so a quick tip from us in advance is that to do the other rides at the park before riding this one. But if you do choose to ride this Marvel themed ride, will test your braveness with it spinning you all over the place and even hanging upside down. On top of this, with all of the lighting, smoke effects and water too, it really is one of the best thrill rides at the park. It is time to assemble the Avengers, as we have Avengers Battle of Ultron, the park's 3D trackless dark ride. For your battle, you will be joined by such icons like Iron Man, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Captain America, and of course the Incredible Hulk, as you head around many of the scenes and try to stop the evil villain and earn your place on the team. There are screens used within this attraction, but with all of the props, animatronics and onboard soundtrack, we feel like it complements each other and feels like you are heading through the city with the Avengers. The question is though, can you save the day, or will you back down to the villains? Who here is an Adventure Time fan? Well, I sure am, and for that reason I couldn't make a top 10 list without putting Adventure Time the ride of 000 with Finn and Jake on the list. To be honest, no matter whether you are a fan of Adventure Time or have never heard of it, you will really enjoy the uniqueness of this attraction, as unlike most flat rides located around the world where you just head around a track, on here you head through the land of Ooo, visit the varied and vibrant kingdoms, as well as facing many familiar faces, all while soaring through the air. Especially when you go out of the building and through the Cartoon Network land, it is an adventure that you will not forget. Top 5, Woot Woot, and coming in for this spot we have the amazing ride of Gumball. This is an interactive shooting dark ride at the park, which means that already I would put it higher on the list, as nothing beats the competitiveness of trying to get the highest score in your group. The amazing world of Gumball theming too, despite it not being as well themed as the Avengers Battle of Ultron, still makes the ride 10 times better, particularly if someone in your family is a fan of the show, as you can head around the home, school and even the street. My favourite part though still has to be the end, when your scores appear on the screen and you find out who is the winner. Is your Spidey senses tingling? Well, they probably are, as at number 4 we have Spider-Man Doc Ock's Revenge, our first roller coaster on the list. Now for starters, this is definitely up there with some of the most themed spinning coasters that I have ever seen, as while you're spinning around, not one part of the ride isn't immersing you in the storyline, and it really feels like you are heading through the city with Spider-Man. Also, I cannot not mention the interaction with the land, as like the Adventure Time ride, I think it is so cool. The ride definitely does not disappoint either, with it being a Mack family spinning coaster, as you can head around many bank turns, making your car and you inside spin faster and faster. Here we enter the top 3 rides at the park, and for this position we're going to head back in time with Forbidden Territory. Get boarded and be ready for an experience like no other, as your adventure vehicle is going to head around some pretty rocky paths on the mission to recover the dinosaur eggs, causing your car to bounce a lot. Along the way you will pass some of the most Jurassic places that you have ever seen, and maybe even come across a real life dinosaur. But be careful, as you are also going to enter into the danger zone, and what awaits you is pretty petrifying. Spiders, oh yeah, and a T-Rex or two. Between number 2 and number 1 it was tough, however we decided to put Predator at the number 2 position. This is another dinosaur ride, however unlike Forbidden Territory, this is a roller coaster, and even though I know some people do prefer dark rides, I think that having theming as well as thrills, it is the best scenario, and this is exactly what Predator offers. Firstly, I do have to mention the trains, as with its dinosaur face and claws sticking out the front, oh, it's so cool. With it also being a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, you can experience a 97-degree drop, loop, cutback, heartline roll, as well as many twists and turns and other drops, all with the Jurassic theming surrounding you. So over here on Theme Park Coasting, we think that if you are looking for the overall package of good theming as well as a good coaster, this ride is definitely for you. We have finally made it to the number 1 spot, and continuing with the Jurassic theming we have Velociraptor. And no, this is not Velocicoaster at Universal's Islands of Adventure, but still an out of this world coaster. Without a shadow of a doubt, the theming on Predator is better, as despite the beginning of this ride having a few props and of course having the amazing screen as you launch off, the layout as well as theming around the roller coaster itself is pretty limited, but the ride totally makes up for it. From the second that you launch from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds, you already know that you are in for an intense ride. But an amazing ride too, with its multiple loops, including its famous 105 foot tall one, in addition to some speedy bank turns and airtime hills, making any guest fall in love with it. With it also being an outdoor ride, and actually the only outdoor ride in the park, if you get the chance to take a night ride on Velociraptor, it is miles better. But no matter when you ride it, you need to do it on your trip to Dubai, as you would not regret taking off with Velociraptor. That is it from our top 10 video today. Obviously you all have your own opinions, and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, at the top we have got 2 videos that we know you will love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon page as well as subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coasting, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.